Brightest blessings, everyone. And I'm doing a video response to a gal by the name of Amber Thinks. And basically, she did a video entitled, Are You Ready for Witchcraft? And gave some advice. And, in general, I agree with her. Of course, me, I gotta put my 2 cents in. We all know how that is. And I haven't made a video in a while, so tough. I'm gonna do it anyway. Well, first of all, I like to welcome the new people, or if you're newer, whatever. I don't really like to call you newbies. It kind of sounds like a cut down to me. And of course, we got on the other end of the scale those people who have been practicing for years that have books coming out their ass, volumes upon volumes of their Book of Shadows, and those people are great too. Of course, then we've got those people that are like that are actually elitists, that don't like to talk to newbies, that don't like to deal with the unwashed masses that aren't third degree and part of a coven. And yeah, stay away from those people. They're nothing but elitists. Because when push comes to shove, and I'm speaking to the new people who can be possible elitists in the future, and the current elitists now. You weren't born knowing this information, and you, at one time, were a newbie. Everybody was a newbie at one time, and I don't care how high up you are, what lineage you're from, how many books you have on your shelf, how many years you've been practicing. There's going to be some time where someone comes up to you and asks you a question, and you're not going to know it. So, yeah. But in the meantime, I want to welcome the new people and say, have a head on your shoulders. Keep your head on your shoulders. Keep your feet on the ground. Keep grounded, and keep it simple. I normally like to say keep it KISS, keep it simple, stupid, KISS, but I don't like to call people stupid when it comes to the craft. So let's just keep it simple. First of all, don't break your budget buying altar tools, buying books. You don't need to be buying all this shit. In actuality, the strongest and most useful magical tool that you will ever have is right here. It is your mind. It is your thoughts. It is your intent. And that is where magic comes from. Not the wand, not the feathers, not the chalice, not the athame. Those are nice to have, but remember, they're simply tools. Magic does not come from them. They just help you focus the magic. And it's nice if you happen to run into one that you really communicate with and everything. Actually, I've been practicing for quite a few years right now, and there's just been too many Wiccans around here and witches proudly wearing how many years they've been practicing on their sleeve. So I'm not going to wear it on my sleeve. All I can say is I've been practicing for a while, and that's all you really need to know. The thing is that in all reality, most of my tools that I do have, I've only recently come across, through me actually liking the tools of that friends have had and stuff, and them having financial hardship and needing to sell stuff. So I figure, why should I go to a perfect stranger and something that I have always liked, and I can help out a friend, and I gave him the price that it's really worth instead of lowballing him. Hey, why not? But in all reality, you really don't need the tools. In fact, there's not many people that I like I don't really like to teach people, so I've really taught only a very few. But in all reality, I think it's almost better to learn to practice magic without the tools. That way you don't feel dependent upon them. And so if you actually do use the tools, it can only help you focus that intent and energy more or better. But it's not needed. And so when and if I do teach, I tend to teach magic without tools. That's not anything that I read about. It's just something that I've come across. And don't think that you have to sit there and do spells that are in the book, word for word, herb for herb, color for color, tool for tool. You don't. When push comes to shove, where the hell do you think those spells came from? They were written by other people, just like you and me. So there's no reason why you can't write your own. Now, basically, until recently, I tend to write my own rituals. And until recently, there were times where I just took a ritual out of a book or used somebody else's ritual at times. But it wasn't until recently that I actually don't do that at all now. If I feel the need to do so, if I'm cut short for time or whatever, and to where I would normally, just take it out of a book or use somebody else's, what I'll do is I'll read the entire ritual and I won't use it unless I make changes to each and every part of it, whether it be minuscule or huge. But I make it my own. I put something of me in that ritual always. But then again, that's just a personal choice. And please, if you find a ritual that you really want to work, please don't freak out if you've got the wrong herb or if you don't have enough of the herb or whatever. You're not going to blow up the whole frickin' universe. No, you're not. Oh my God, it calls for a green candle. I don't have green, or I've only got forest green and it calls for melon green, and oh my God. Remember, it's intense. Don't freak out. When you freak out, that is what's going to fuck up your spell. Yeah, it will. And you know what? If you don't have that color, white always works in a pinch. Or, what I like to do is personalize it. When they say, if you're going to do a spell for financial reasons, use green. Okay, well, why do you personally think that they use green? Question it. And then I want you to concentrate on those reasons or whatever, and then you concentrate on the situation and concentrate on fixing that situation. Go into a meditation and come up with a color of your own. Maybe you want to heal someone, but the healing colors, you're just not feeling them. Like, gee, I wouldn't have used that color. Well, then don't use that color. I want you to go into a meditation, concentrate on your friend you're trying to heal. And then maybe another color pops up, like blue or something. Well, then use blue, because it's your mind, it's your intent. Crap!